What does Max Verstappen earn in Formula 1? Also, what does Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton earn? The 7-time world champion signed a new contract with Mercedes in 2023 and will probably not have done so for a meal deal and a book voucher. There is a lot of money involved in Formula 1, so in this video we're going to explain how much each driver will earn this season. So give this video a like, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments which 3 drivers you think deserve to earn the most money. Now, it's useful to mention that this overview is based on sources in the paddock and the driver's contract length. Based on that, the salaries they earn with their teams has been made, so it may be that we're off by a few quid. This is annual income without bonuses they receive from their teams. So think, for example, of extra pocket money for when you win a race or claim a pole position. This does not include the amounts that drivers still earn with their personal sponsors. Let's start at the bottom of the list, and that's where we find Williams' Logan Sargeant. The American driver had an unfortunate rookie season with many incidents and only scored the 1 point, but he was still rewarded with a contract for 2024. That contract comes with an annual salary of $1 million. Not far above that, we find Yuki Tsunoda. Although the Japanese driver has been in the premier class of motorsport for a number of years now, he is also stuck at around $1 million a season. Then we continue the list with Zhou Guanyu and Nico Hülkenberg. Both men have a base salary of $2 million per year in 2024. With the stake F1 and Haas driver, it could just be their last year in Formula 1. The Hulk is not performing excessively well, and the same goes for Zhou, and both drivers will be out of contract after 2024. So it's a good idea to do everything in their power to get the most out of this season. Then we end up with Lance Stroll and Alexander Albon, and let's start with a British Thai driver. Albon seems to have found his place at Williams after his Red Bull fairy tale ended in a nightmare. Indeed, according to rumours, he would be high on the wish list of both Red Bull and Mercedes. In any case, he will still be doing his tricks for Williams in 2024, and that will earn him $3 million this year. Lance Stroll's paycheck says that too, but with a father with a net worth of 9 zeros, his salary won't matter too much. $5 million, a nice amount to get in your account spread over 12 months. Kevin Magnussen is the lucky man who has actually managed to do that, but he also has to do his best this year because he is also one of the many drivers who will no longer have a contract after 2024. Just above that we find Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon. Let's start with the McLaren driver. Piastri is arguably the best rookie since Lewis Hamilton. He regularly managed to make it difficult for his teammate Lando Norris and even took a podium place last season. A good reason for McLaren to break open his contract and extend it for a long time. There was also a nice salary increase because the young driver will take about $6 million home this year. That amount is also what Alpine will spend on Gasly and Ocon this year. Daniel Ricciardo will take about $7 million home in 2024, a Visa Cash App RB. And now we're making a jump to double digits. By jumping to double digits, we will find Valtteri Bottas, who is hitting the $10 million a year mark this season. There is also the question of how long stake F1 will accept this. He earns 5 times as much as his teammate Zhou and doesn't perform 5 times as well. Bottas is another driver whose contract expires at the end of this season. So the big question is, what does he need to do to not only get the same salary next season, but even a seat on the grid? Just above that is Carlos Sainz. The Spaniard is entering his final year at Ferrari, and he will do so with a salary of $12 million, although he will still receive some bonuses if he manages to take podium places this year. Speaking of bonuses, that's something Sergio Perez has certainly secured in 2023. After 2 victories and both world titles going home to Red Bull, the Mexican driver certainly received a good bonus from Red Bull. He does not have to do it for a small amount in 2024 either, because the Mexican will take about $14 million a year this season. For that amount, Red Bull can expect something, because his team will demand that their drivers win both world titles this year, and if Perez underperforms, then Red Bull will think twice about extending his contract beyond 2024. In 5th place on this list are Fernando Alonso and George Russell. Not only does the Spaniard bring a lot of experience, but also a hefty salary to go with it. At Aston Martin, he earns $18 million a year, as much as Russell does at Mercedes, who signed a contract until 2025 just a few months ago. Lando Norris is certainly feeling the love at McLaren right now. He currently holds the 2nd longest contract in Formula 1, and he is richly rewarded for that commitment. Norris will take home $20 million this season. Then we come to the top 3 of this list, and that's where we find Charles Leclerc. He recently signed a new contract, and that resulted in almost a 50% salary increase, because the Monegasque will receive $34 million in 2024, despite winning a race last season. He also earns almost 3 times as much as his teammate, so it is to be hoped for him and Ferrari that he also performs 3 times as well as Sainz. And in second place is Lewis Hamilton. His new contract earns him about $45 million a year, although it may just be that he will rise in this list next year after he signed a monster contract with Ferrari that will take effect from the 2025 season. For this year, it does mean that he will not be able to compete with Verstappen off the track either, as the Red Bull driver will receive about $10 million more per year from Red Bull. For the second year in a row, Verstappen is the highest paid Formula 1 driver. In 2022, the Dutchman signed a long-term contract with Red Bull Racing, and that ensures that he is by far the highest paid driver on the grid, excluding bonuses. That's not illogical, given his phenomenal performance on the track. To put Verstappen's salary into perspective, that is $4.5 million per month, $1 million per week, $151,000 per day, $6,295 per hour, and €104 per minute. This works out at around $1.74 per second. Now, compared to football though, this is still nothing. Lionel Messi takes home $65 million 1 year, and this isn't even including his sponsorship deals that boost his salary above $100 million. The young world star Kylian Mbappe is still above the Argentine star, with a base salary at his football club Paris Saint-Germain of $100 million. It becomes even crazier though when you look at other sports. When it comes to the absolute high earners in terms of base salary, a striking name is rolling out. Phil Mickelson is the man who has the highest base salary, with a whopping $104 million. And don't worry if you had never heard of this man, that wasn't the case with us before we started Googling. The 53-year-old golfer has a fortune of $400 million, not too shabby for hitting golf balls on a sunny day. And there you have it, the amount each driver will earn during the 2024 Formula 1 season. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go one better, click the notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever a video comes out on the RacingNews365.com YouTube channel. We'll see you later.